Well, I suppose, Steen, all the pressure is on the former European champion, former world number 2, Janor Jorgensen, because everybody's expecting him to win. But the Malaysian can play without any pressure.
Seems like a good opportunity for Janor Jorgensen to reach another Super Series final, but I'm not really sure what to expect from Iskandar, because I agree with you, Jill. He was very impressive in the Malaysia Open Grand Prix Gold. And that, I think that raised... Oh, let's see here. We have a challenge.
Very early on for a challenge.
Yeah.
So who made the challenge? The Malaysian.
Iskandar.
Yeah. Here we go. Ooh. Well, you can't get much closer than that, can you?
That's the minimum marking you can win a challenge by. No, I think his performance at this home event in January raised the expectation, both with himself but also with the Malaysian media and the Malaysian public, and so I actually think it's quite a normal period he's been through, that you suddenly get a little break, and then you feel, okay, I needed to continue, and there's the Thomas Cup, and he lost an important match in Thomas Cup against Vittinghus, where I think his teammates would have hoped that he could win it. And then you suddenly have to say, okay, it is hard work. It's not that you can get up there and beat some of the best players, and then it just continues. People look at you on video and so on. You have to steady your game, so you can play as well, and you can survive when you're not playing your A game. You can still survive in a tournament and be there the next day. And I think that perhaps we've seen that in this tournament here, that he survives 3 game matches in the first 2 rounds, and then plays really well against Chao Bin.
Yeah. Yes, and he did play well. 21-19, 21-7. Pei Subok, Malaysian coach. Good smash.
5-3.
Janor Jorgensen, he's got a lot of attention, not taken away from him, but he's not shouldering all the expectation himself. I mean, Victor Axelsen is there as well. Vittinghus has won a Super Series, and he's been playing some ups and downs. He's got some physical problems that from time to time haunt him, and he's at ease with that, and say, I play the best I can every tournament, and sometimes I can play really well, and sometimes my body just doesn't want the same that I do.
Server 4-6.
Two Super Series finals, that's not entirely bad. You'd rather have a little bit of a swing in your results, that you lose some first rounds and then sometimes go all the way to the final, than just playing steady to the second round in the Super Series.
You know what you were saying, I think it was the last match, Steen, about the Koreans, and all of a sudden, you know, some of the more senior Korean
Yeah.
mixed doubles players have retired, and therefore these youngsters are getting more attention. Do you think that's... Oh, that's not another challenge, is it?
No.
No. Do you think the same thing applies to this man, in that, you know, it only seems like yesterday, of course it's longer ago than that, that he was one of the backup players, and now all of a sudden he's sparring with Lee Chong-wei. You've got Tae-Soo Bok sitting in his coach's bench. He's getting more attention, he's getting sent to more events, and psychologically he's made to feel more special.
I think so. And ironically, I don't know if that's the case, but I've been thinking maybe it started actually with the quarantine that Lee Chong-wei was sentenced, because I mean he was unable to play for 8 months, and sometimes it's tough to have a totally dominant player in practice, because you never beat him or her if it's a she.
Yeah.
You never beat them, and it's hard to get confidence, and then suddenly when they're gone, suddenly you win all your matches at practice, and no matter what, it gives you some kind of self-confidence, and you can feed off that confidence when you play tournaments. And if you sort of manage your tournament schedule well, if you don't only play Super Series and Premier Series, but if you also go to a couple of Grand Prix, a few Grand Prix Golds, maybe a challenge even, and win some matches, and hearing the umpire saying 20 match point while you're holding the shuttle, that's always good.
Yeah.
Oi. It's off track there.
Service server. 9, 8.
Good there, short left.
And he's very, very fast forwards and backwards, Iskandar. And he definitely used it here, running from long backhand to short forehand, and still able to play a really, really quality net shot.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's a clever shot.
Yeah.
That's a clever shot, and I don't know, but maybe Iskandar and Tae-Soo Bok, his coach, have consulted the technical director of Malaysian Badminton Association,
11-9.
Morten Frost. Used to coach Jan Jorgensen in his younger days when he was playing in Aarhus.
It's a great start by Malaysia. 11-9. Just 8 minutes played.
Main jajak lah. Kita saya kena jaga. Sekali-sekali.
Kau sampai depan, kau dah ke tinggi. Dia kan dia nak smash, dia lompat pada kanan. Ya?
3 yes.
Belakang tu bagus tu. Dia pakai.
Yeah, only remaining Malaysian in the tournament.
11-9.
I expected a bit more go in Tan in the men's doubles, but they had a very, very difficult first round against Jiang Nan and Liu Cheng for the I think second out of 3 tournament. They met each other in the first round, and this time the Chinese pair won it.
Oh, he's overdone it.
39.
And this is not necessarily the situations where Jorgensen are the strongest here as a reasonable favorite, but not overwhelming.
Oh my goodness! Great reactions.
49.
Look at that.
That's a great save.
That's amazing. Eleven of the last 14 points. Oh, what a good net shot.
Boys,
50.
focus.
You can see on the body language of Jorgensen that he's uncertain of what to do. Whilst Iskandar is getting more and more self-confidence. Oh, he saves that as well.
Yes, and the Dane is getting frustrated that what he thinks should be winners are coming back.
Yeah.
That's an amazing get, isn't it? Three, 6 down he was, the Malaysian. Oh, that's landed in.
Sabisawa, 10, 60.
Oh, what's going on?
Sabisawa, 17.
Is that what you call good early judgment?
Yeah. Or I'd rather be lucky than good.
Sabisawa, 11, 70.
No one lands in.
12, 70.
Oh, that's the other way around. Important rally, this one.
Yeah. Challenge from Iskandar.
Iskandar challenging Koi.
Very important decision here. If Jan gets this one, he's scored 4 straight points. He does, that's in.
Yeah, that's definitely in.
He scored 4 straight points, has momentum.
Challenging unsuccessful. One challenging within. 14-17 play.
Has the Malaysian run out of steam? I mean, he just seems to have slowed a little.
Or maybe getting a bit too eager. I mean, he's
Yeah.
twice moved forward on the flick serve.
Yeah, overcommitted.
Yeah. That's well played.
Very well played.
Yeah.
Service over 18-15.
Playing a clever attack, not going for maximum power.
Okay, thank you.
But that run of points that kept Jano Jorgensen in this first game, still with a chance to win it. Well played. Very efficient smashes and satisfied Tae-Soo Bok.
15.
They're well placed. They're not necessarily that hard, but very well placed. That's it.
Oh,
That's
yes.
it. Well played.
Yeah.
And that's what Jan needs to do in these flat exchanges. Move Iskandar from side to side.
And hunt the net.
Yeah, definitely control
Yeah.
the front court.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Service over.
Come back, we need you.
Warning,
Game point.
we're leaving the court.
60.
That is incredible. isn't it?
Fantastic
Yeah.
shot.
Yeah. Good way to earn yourself game point opportunities.
Oi.
Oops. 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 Oops.
Service over.
Is he all right? Yeah.
17-20.
Now the mopper can just go on court immediately.
Yeah. Back foot just slipped away from him.
Ooh.
Oh, yes.
And I don't know what the strapping is. Perhaps this is what's the strapping on the
It's on the right leg.
there? I don't think it's the knee necessarily, but it's not nice when you already got strapping on and then slip.
I just felt that the longer the rally was going on, the more I favoured the Dane in that.
Yeah, and it seems like Iskandar got a little bit eager again, wanted to finish this off as quick as possible, and couldn't get the same accuracy on his smashes, and that's dangerous for him because I think the way the match has been going, I favour Jorgensen to win it, no matter who wins the first game here.
No. 3 game points have been well saved.
Play.
4 game points have been well saved.
All.
20 all. Mm.
21-20.
Now a game point to the number 4 seed, Jorgensen. Oh, brilliant, brilliant. From 16-20 down. 6 straight points to close out the opening game. Well, I wonder if the Malaysian will feel that's missed opportunities. But all credit to this man. 22-20.
Han har ikke straffer der ikke på et eneste overspilning. Men hvis vi går ind og lægger den første lykke til ham, så han får rullechancen, så er det lotto-kupon. Han skal lige godt vinde mange gange i lotto, men det er lotto. Men vi giver ham også lov til det. Tidlig overspilling med her.
Jeg skal spille, som jeg gør i den sidste halvdel.
Ja. Efter pausen må jeg sige, at vi skal have bagbanen med, og vi skal spille grundspil med ham. Og så defensivt, vi skubber den lidt ind. Altså den vil lægge den helt. Ja, hvis vi får drejet ham, eller bare skubbe den ind i banen, så han ikke får de her rullechancer, fordi det er det, han går efter. Ja. Men hvis han får dem, så er det ok, så må jeg bare sige, det er fint.
Og også her til sidst, mærk på ham, fordi han bløder.
Ja, men lige så vel som han tager i serie, så bløder han også, når han først er fæk. Ja. Okay? Spil med ham. Ja. Kom så.
21-20 seconds. 21-20 seconds.
Good advice from Thomas Stavngård. Urges Janno Jorgensen to play with Iskandar, and by playing he means use the whole court, play the back court, dare to play rallies, dare to lift from the net, and it was a little bit easier in the first game. Here he plays with the drift, so could be some problems. Yeah, there's complaints from Janno Jorgensen that Iskandar is almost serving before the umpire has given him the point. And it sort of adds to our analysis that he gets really eager and perhaps is a little bit tense because he perhaps was a little bit surprised that he was leading that big.
Yeah.
And they've discussed that, the Danes, that they say, okay, he wins some points in a row, but he's always bleeding. He's also bleeding points when things are not going his way.
Yeah.
And I think that's a pretty accurate analysis.
Oh, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Immediate look from Iskandar towards the umpire. But I don't believe he was over the net at all. Oh, it was closer than I thought.
That was one of the discussion points during the interval as well, that Iskandar is quite good when it's close to the net. When he gets to spin it from close to the net, he's really, really good. And Jan's got to be alert and preferably play it a little bit longer into the court.
Service over, 3-4.
Straight sliced smash.
Seven, 3. Service over, 4-7.
Oh, that's landed in.
5-7.
Yeah, it's good reactions. It's a huge step up, isn't it, for
7.
Iskandar? I'm looking at his previous tournament results. He's been in 6 finals, winning 3 titles, but his 3 titles that he's won, 3 last year, and they were all international series events.
Yeah.
Not even the international challengers, let alone Grand Prix, let alone Grand Prix golds. And here he is, a semi-final of a premier Super Series.
And just supports some of the things that we discussed, that winning tournaments can never be a bad idea.
No.
And I think there's some players that would benefit from once in a while perhaps taking 14 days at lower tier tournaments to gain self-confidence and get to play a lot of matches.
Yeah, well taken. Back level.
So I think one of the issues for him now, Iskandar, is to sort of adjust his own self-picture so that it's not fantastic big for him to be in a semi-final and leading in a semi-final and perhaps going into a Premier Series final. I think he felt that way at 17-10 and became a little bit tensed and hesitative and so on. So that he should start to see himself as a strong player and a contender in the Super Series.
Yeah.
And that can sometimes be really, really difficult. And I remember that we did some goal setting for Tine Baun almost 10 years ago, and there was the minimum goal was to always be part of the Super Series. That means being amongst the 28 that started in the Super Series. That was a very, very modest goal, but it was sort of mirroring her self-picture at that time.
I think it's quite difficult, though, for some of the European players, if you're the best in your country and you can get straight into the Super Series main draw, 28 players in the main draw and 4 coming from the qualifying. There's a huge temptation, I think, for some of the European players to say, why would I want to go to a Grand Prix Gold? Because I've got the opportunity to play in the top tournaments. But I'm looking round the Super Series now, since the Olympic Games, and we've had the retirement of some of the more established players. the Japanese youngsters are more than ready to take over. The Chinese youngsters have already taken over. The Koreans we've already seen. And they have been playing the Grand Prix Gold Circuit. They've got themselves used to winning, as you say, and now they're ready to perform on the big stage.
And that was the case also with Carolina Marin in 2012 and 13. She was playing these Grand Prix goals and international challenges. And I like the idea that you go out and play Super Series and sort of feel the atmosphere, get a feeling for what is needed to be compatible, and then go back and play, take the experiences with you, try to implement it in practice, and then see if you can get it to work in lower tier tournaments, so that you're ready when you come out next time.
Yeah. So the 1 point advantage for the Dane. Watches it down wide.
Ja, fordi det du er irriteret over ham. Altså, han kan lade ham spille klovn, og lade ham lave trickshot og alt muligt lort. Du kontakter en spil, du skal køre rundt, du skal på bagbanen, du skal bruge en forhåndshjørn med op. Lige nu, der ligger det bare køre meget derover til. Den der krydskliver, du har henover. Fantastisk. Fantastisk. Bare få flyttet dem rundt, og så får vendt på chancen. Hvis vi kommer op på nettet, så laver den her, hvor vi holder, indtil vi har chancen. Ikke?
Ja, så lad mig give ham de der rundt.
Fokuser på vores eget spil her.
Hot one, 30 seconds.
Same recipe as in the interval between the games, and apparently Jan gets a little bit annoyed about something Iskandar does. I don't know what it is. That he's trying to serve quickly, or he's making deception where he's looking a little bit the other way, and so I mean that's allowed. You can't get, you can't get mad about that. The Danish game plan is still to use all court and be patient, wait for the good opportunity.
Yes. Oh, well, that was going wild. Miles out, wasn't it?
Yeah.
11, 12.
I didn't see him actually break his racket there. Did you, Steen? Yeah, no, Jorgensen's taken a new one.
Yeah, I think...
was it the frame or the...
I don't know if it was frame, but he wasn't doing anything to try to save that last smash that... Wait, that's a challenge, yeah. Very hard for the linesman to judge these cross smashes that sort of slide close to the line. I think this one was out.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Here we go. What does Hawkeye say?
Out.
Successful.
I'm also in a little bit better position than usual. I'm 1 meter more to the left here.
And you don't wear varifocals.
No, exactly.
That's a
Good
nice
shot.
angle.
Good shot.
Server 13, 12.
Waiting for that one. After he played the drop shot, Iskandar, his legs were immediately pointing towards that forehand corner.
server 14-13.
Ja!
15-13.
The power smashes are not doing any real damage to Janno Jorgensen. It's more a trap to trap himself, Iskandar, when he uses his power smashes.
Oh!
16-13.
Waited, as the coach had suggested, for the right opportunity.
Yeah.
Got Iskandar out of position. Then the smash straight down the line.
Play. Sorry, server 14-16.
That's well played.
15-16.
Goodness! Ah! Oh, that's landed in. What a rally.
20 off.
Oh, both men having to defend. Some extraordinary shots there.
Good flicker.
17-16.
Yeah, there's discussions about the service.
Not did it. Not did.
Not ready.
Yeah.
Service server
Oh, certainly ready for that one.
All.
Good clear. they're not precise enough. They're in the middle of the half court. He was lucky there, Iskandar. If you look at his smashes, they're placed in the middle of the half court where the court is sewed together. And I mean, you shouldn't be able to get through with your attack if they're placed that close to the center of the court.
It occurred to me, though, after you had said you liked his clear, Iskandar's clear, and I thought 2 shots later or something, I thought, put in another punch clear.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
No.
It was the imprecise smash that you were talking about that he played.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen a couple more of those punch clears.
And I think it's typically a nerve sign that you're nervous. So you do not want to go too close to the lines, and you don't dare to play another clear. And now it's crunch time, 18-all again.
Yeah.
Let's see how he handles it.
A little bit of trickery. Yeah, and in trying to finish off the rally, trying to play the perfect smash and making the error.
He's found a feather. Wants to change the shuttle, but
oh, well, the umpire saying change it. Dane wasn't in favour of that.
Service 19-all.
Match point has arrived.
90.
After 43 minutes. On the verge of a second final here at the China Open.
oh, what a save by Iskandar there.
20-all.
Well. So having just saved a match point, now Iskandar Zulkarnain, a game point opportunity. And he takes it. 1 game all.
Second game, won by Iskandar. 22-20. 1 game all.
So symmetry in the scoreline. Both games won and lost. 22-20. 44 minutes. Will be treated to a third and deciding game.
And he was almost out had he not saved that match point there. And after he saved the smash, Jorgensen put it long.
Sial lah dia main seko ah.
A fantastic effort.
Dia cakap Lee Chong Wei apa ah. Ha? Sial lah.
Dia ni memang seko, dia dia tangan depan saya. Dia tolak jauh ya. Tolak jauh bagi. Masa sini Dennis nak asal is. Tengok di sini sambil dia nak asal kali. Ha? Tengok. Ha? Fokus. Ha? Fokus. Empat tu sekali kau smash, kau empat kalau satu tu kau bani ya, kau soft tu. Ha? Kau soft. Sini kau apa? Soft. Dia kena masuk depan dia dulu. Lalu baik sekali. Ha? Eh. Ha?
Dia kata dah letih ke? Ha? Dia letih ah? Dia letih nampak ah?
Hold 1, 20 seconds. Hold 1, 20 seconds. Yeah, ready.
Well, I thought when the Dane was a game and 16-13 up, I thought it was almost certain that he would be contesting a second China Open final tomorrow.
love wall, play. One, love.
Can't help but think back 2 years when a player who wasn't expected to be in a Premier Super Series semi-final, let alone final, let alone win the title, a certain Shrikant Kidambi. His history going to repeat itself, this time though with the Malaysian Iskandar Zulkarnain Zainuddin.
Yeah, I must say I have a really hard time seeing him beating Chen Long in the final, but
Didn't we say that 2 years ago?
Yeah.
So, with Shrikant?
we did, and I think he's got a fine chance of taking this match now. Iskandar, it's a bit about the attitude. I think Iskandar was almost out. And survived, and now Jan has to work another game, and he's really got to dig deep.
Service over, 1-3.
Are you any of the wiser as to what was annoying Jan Jorgensen?
No, I think it's the whole sort of demeanor. He's doing everything fast. Iskandar, he's getting ready so quickly, and it can also just be that he's just playing too well. So,
Yeah. Yes, and that's how pressure sometimes manifests itself, isn't it? You're expected to win, as the Dane is, and you know, so you get annoyed about something, and
why can't he just accept that he's going to lose and let me win this easily?
Exactly.
That's do I really have to play to my best ability to win this? I mean, it's annoying that someone is trying to win.
Yeah, that was a smash that simply wasn't.
It wasn't meant to be a winner or anything.
No.
Just keep the shuttle below the tape.
Three, 4.
Oh, taken.
4, oh.
Crikey. That was good. Look at this. Because that shuttle was deflected by hitting the top of the tape. And for Jan Jorgensen to control it like that, that was brilliant.
But they know that Iskandar wants to challenge at the net. So he's alert to it.
Five, 4.
I somehow feel that Iskandar is too patchy within the game. He has a few rallies of brilliance, and then a few rallies where, oh, that's found the line, where Jorgensen is challenging.
Yeah, and that's a sign that's difficult to interpret. Holding 1, 2 fingers up. I mean, not clearly in the air. What does that mean? And stretch the arm up and make a clear sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I totally agree with you that it's really patchy, and the Danes were talking about that. Yeah, he can win points in many points in a row, but he's also bleeding points in a row.
Yeah.
I sometimes feel that he's got a hard time of coping with his own game plan.
Here we go. What does Hawkeye say? In.
Unsuccessful. One changing.
Sometimes looking out at Tae Buck and saying, is that the right way I'm playing, or what should I play now?
Yeah.
So in many ways, sometimes he's playing a little bit too fast for himself.
server 6-5.
That was loose.
5.
What, the front?
Lose serve return and lose that shot.
Service server 6-8. Service server 9-6.
It's well long.
Yeah.
10.
And that's 9-2 lead on the last 11 rallies for Jorgensen.
Yeah, and he changes ends with a 5-point advantage.
Amazing how quickly this match changes.
Yeah.
Code 1, 20 seconds. Code 1, 20 seconds.
Well, we really couldn't hear anything there.
No.
Not anything, which is desperately disappointing, because I was very, very interested to know what Thomas Stungort was saying there.
11-6. Play. Service server 7-11.
Wow, that's quick.
Service server 12-7.
Incredible rally.
Okay, thank you. Play.
Got to make those count in this stage of a match.
Oh.
14-7.
And like the coaches of Jorgensen said, Iskandar is bleeding points now.
Yeah. Oh, yes. That's a wonderful example of what you were talking about earlier, about smashes that don't have to be full power but put pressure on your opponent.
Yeah.
Actually turned out to be a winner. But there's another example.
Yeah.
Good placement and follow-up.
And if he sort of uses more power and loses a little bit extra balance, then I'm not sure that he can make a rush for that kill at the net. And it also might be easier for Iskandar to make a precise defensive shot.
Yeah. Just wide.
17-7.
16 of the last 19 points.
Yeah. Yeah, it was 4-1.
Play.
And this is where it might be totally off track and wrong, but I feel that 4-1 and over the third game, I think it gets to Iskandar, the magnitude of the situation.
Yeah.
7. Nineteen, 7.
Yeah, he's giving up.
20, match point 7.
$19-3
Yeah.
for Jorgensen now.
Yeah. Well, it all fizzled out, really, didn't it?
Yeah.
Which is disappointing. 58 minutes and 44 minutes of pulsating badminton until the end of the second game. But it was all really rather one-sided in the decider. But for Janor Jorgensen, the number 4 seed, safely through to a second final here at the China Open, 7 years after he lost to Lin Dan in the final of 2009.